Welcome to the 2016 Visual Communications Capstone exhibition. Get ready to experience how real designers make a design and make a difference. And now, let's meet our designers.
Hi, my name is Dan and I'm a graphic designer.
Hi, my name is Mary Moore and I'm a senior graphic designer.
My name is Kelsey.
Hi, I'm Rahul Gomez. I'm a graphic designer.
Hello, my name is Elizabeth Runkles and I'm a graphic designer.
I'm Sarah Burns and I'm also a senior graphic designer.
Hi, I'm Maddie and I'm a graphic designer.
Let's hear what our designers have learned so far.
The interesting thing that I learned from working with the actual client is that they have a lot more demands. Like when we just had class work, it was a lot easier, I want to say, just because there's a lot of different things that clients expect from you, and sometimes they don't even know what they expect, and they just kind of press that upon you.
There have been several of them. The smaller ones of not to use an X-Acto blade at 3 o'clock in the morning when I'm sleepy, and others where it's more of listening to your clients and making sure that you're doing what they want since they're paying you for your services.
To start, I'm going to leave here, go back to Sri Lanka. My ideal goal is to work as a freelancer. I don't really want to be tied down to one company. Also, graphic design is just one of the fields I want to get into. I want to get into sculpture as much as I can wherever it's possible. Photography, and I also do a lot of airbrush work. So hopefully I get to do a lot of freelance work with that.
Working with the flower shop, it's been cool because I've been able to incorporate a lot of, floral motifs in my stuff, but sometimes it gets a little repetitive. So I thought, you know what, I need to mix it up. I need to try something new. So I challenged myself and I was like, I'm going to do something without flowers. So I decided I was going to get a vase and fill it with just a bunch of disgusting stuff, because why not? That's exciting. It's different. So I had this image in my head that it was going to be filled with a bunch of fish bones. And, sadly in Kirksville, there's not a lot of access to fish bones. So I had to call up a fish market in St. Louis. And I had to talk to someone on the phone, and they got it all set up for me. So I drove down and, I went to the fish market, and there was, this really nice guy, and he was like, okay, here's your bones. And it was these 3 massive red snapper. And fish bones, they don't look like how you think they'd look. Because, in cartoons, it's the little head, the spine, and the, ribby, bony part. But in real life, they're massive, and they're very sturdy, and they have lots of stuff on them, and they bleed a little. And it was like, oh dear. But that's okay. I was like, I'm going to work with this. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. So I packed them all up in a cooler. I drove home, and I set up this photo shoot in my apartment, the back part of my apartment, and I got my roommate involved. So we took this vase and we filled it with this red snapper, which, by the way, does not smell great. That's okay. My apartment, I will admit, still does have a slight fishiness to it, but it was all worth it in the end because, I don't know how it happened, but somehow I feel like this red snapper actually looks really pretty, and it was I would say my biggest accomplishment so far, because I was able to do something a little different, but still have it fit in with this floral theme, but still make it look really pretty, and I'm really excited.
One of my favorite things to do is to design for packaging. I like to design each side, and I like the fact that I don't have to just design the appearance, but I can design the way it opens and your interaction with it. I really like doing the folds, and I really love doing die cuts, so it's one of my favorite things to do.
Tips for designers.
Give your clients as little options as possible. Narrow down the choices before you go to them, because they will try to get you to work everything, and they'll just give yourself more work to do.
my second semester, when we were taking typography, we were finishing a packaging project for the grids that we were doing currently. And I was freaking out about getting this giant, it almost was like a Valentine's Day box that I was doing of a oven. And I was cutting with an X-Acto knife at, again, 3 o'clock in the morning. And I was using a wood ruler and my blade slipped. And I freaked out the night monitors because I cut myself pretty deeply. And they were freaking out. They're like, we need to call an ambulance. I was like, I don't have time for that. I gotta finish this project. So I literally just taped it up and continued. And I walked into class with my thumb completely bandaged. And Matt just stared at me. He's like, are you okay? And I'm like, I don't know.
You would want to branch out into as many fields of art as you can. You could do illustration and 3D work because it always will help you out if you are proficient in a range of courses.
If you have an idea, just kind of go for it, try it out, even if it seems a little fishy at first.
Get used to spending money because you always need new supplies, or you just want better ones.
Sarah Burns and Mary Morin present the struggles of a graphic designer.
You have to develop a thick skin and just learn. Just cry a little bit sometimes. Just let it out. Yeah, good caffeine tolerance is also helpful. I've learned how to be really creative with a lack of sleep. Sometimes I feel like I thrive on a lack of sleep now, so that's pretty neat. I think probably at least 3 gallons of coffee via IV drip is probably the best quantity that you could ask for. Also, like you said, minimal quantity of sleep, maybe 3 hours on average, I think makes good design. So maximum caffeine, minimum. You have to have that ratio in order to survive.